While working for a broker, a sales associate acquired a listing for $294,900 at a 6% rate. A second sales associate who works for another brokerage office found the buyer for the property. The listing and selling broker agreed to split 50-50 between the two offices. The property sold for $289,000. The selling broker kept 45% received by the selling office. How much did the selling office's sales associate receive? Seashore, Sally by the seashells by the seashore kind of question here. These questions right here will drive someone nuts. This is as easy as adding 1 + 1 though. Okay, listen to me. You've got to unpack this type of problem one step at a time. All right. This is done one step at a time. Let me get to my problem here. All right. Now, here's how I do it. This is my technique on all these big math problems when it comes to property taxes. Anything that I have to put step by step, I unpack it like this. So let's work it together. Now, remember, when calculating a co-op broker commission, this is what this is. In other words, you got two brokers, multiple salespeople, two salespeople, and they're wanting to find out of this whole big thing how much one person is going to get paid. Okay, so this is very important, line by line, precept on precept. You got to unpack this. So let's start with line number 1. While working for a broker, a sales associate acquired a listing for $294,000 at 6%. That says listing, right? You're not paid on the listing. You're paid on what closed, the price of the home, which is on line 3, $289,000. So what I need to do first is I need to determine what is my total commission. So if I take $289,000, which is the sales price, getting the list price means nothing to me, times 6%, I'm going to have a $17,340 commission check. That's total. Okay. Now I know between the two brokerage firms, they're going to divide between broker, selling broker and buyer broker, a commission percent. That's 50-50. Okay. So if I take half of 17,340 in line 3, I get 8670 each broker. Now I have to go into the actual entity of one brokerage who's going to pay a sales associate, but it says that the selling broker is keeping 45%. So if I look at step 4, I'm going to break this down and say the selling broker or the broker kept 45%. That means the associate broker is paid 55%. So out of 8670 times what the broker is going to pay him, 55%, that comes out to be $4,768.50. Okay. All right. So watch this. Very important that you unpack this one step at a time. Okay. Again, we're only talking about a real easy concept here. This is called calculating a cooperative. In other words, between two brokers and maybe they're two salespeople. So if you just break it down line by line, you'll be able to follow this and come up with the right answer. Okay. Again, determine the total commission. Know that they split it 50-50. So you're going to take half of the 17,340, and then you're going to concentrate on the broker that's going to be paying out. If they keep 45%, they're going to pay 55%. So the sales associate will get $47,6850. Remember, look at the note down at the bottom. Very important. List price, sales price, two different. They'll put all kind of numbers in there. The broker's only paid on the closed sale of the selling price. Okay, so that list price means nothing. Now, they may have a list price in there and said the sales price was X% of the list price. So you got to calculate that first and get a sales price and then determine the payout. Okay.